Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's it going? Happy Sunday, guys. Let's see who got here first. And you know this. Ooh. What's up? Just a second, guys. Good morning, guys. How are you? And you know this, Sham, Tiffany, good morning, good morning, good morning to the gangsters. Good morning to everyone here. You all basically all got here like right at the same time. Good morning. Everyone's a gangstar today. It's Sunday. Let's get some Sundays in the chat. Good morning. Ale Go, 1 month member milestone. I see you, Erica. I see you, Megan. Good morning. Hi, Queen Brielle. Good morning, Natasha. Yeah, guys, it's Sunday. Yes, Sunday's in the chat. Good morning. Guys, you would never believe what I was just doing. I was trying to get a synopsis of the story Chicago. I don't know. I saw Chicago when I was really, really young. My sister had she loved watching like dance movies and stuff like that, musicals, all of those things. So she loved Bob Fosse, all of those great dance choreographers, all of those things. So I remembered Chicago, but I mean, I was a kid, so I really didn't get it. I'm a whole grown woman now, so and I never watched the Queen Latifah, never, right? Anyway, we've heard Nesto mention Chicago, so it made me curious. Cyclical. I don't know if any of you have looked up Chicago, and I did find a video of somebody giving like a whole synopsis, and I do remember Candy from Real Housewives recently did a run of Chicago on Broadway, but still never looked into it. Anyway, let me read you this synopsis a little bit. Maybe this is interesting. And when he mentioned Chicago to Sonya, remember he told her that she would laugh. She would think it was funny. I don't know why. Well, maybe I do know now. I'm not sure. You guys tell me. Anyway, good morning to MD. MD, thank you for making it official. Appreciate you. Um, Let me put the volume up on that. Thank you to our good sis with the member milestone. Thank you so much for supporting continually. Thank you so much. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Sweetie McFarland. Good morning, everyone. I see you guys here. Let's just jump right into it. I took the day off yesterday. I was going to go live at some point. Then I was like, well, maybe I'll just do members, record a video with members, or maybe I'll just record a video by myself and then post it. And I just ended up taking like the whole entire day off. I didn't do anything. Well, I didn't, not, that's not true. I did not do anything social media. I did put up a post. You guys sent some mail to me in Dear Fran. Some of you guys had some really good questions. So we haven't had a Dear Fran letter in a long time over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, but we got some plenty now. We got a lot now. So definitely we're going to kick back in the Dear Fran hour because my goodness, you guys had questions, and some guys out there, some of y'all need some help. Okay. Thank you, D-Dub. I needed a little bit of just a minute to you know what I mean? Like it wasn't even a minute to myself. Farah and I had some mother-daughter time. What did we do? We chilled in the morning, all of us, the fam. And then Farah and okay. So early, I'll tell you guys real quick. Early, me, my husband, Farah, and Lambo went to get his rabies shot. Portia stayed home. Portia was gonna come. Farah was like, "Well, should we bring Portia?" And I'm like, "No, let Portia have a break." Lambo is constantly bothering her. Let her get a little break. She hadn't been home alone in a long time. Let her stretch out and have a minute. So let her stay home. We took Lambo, got his little rabies shot. What happened next? And then we just came back home. Like we weren't even gone. We were gone like an hour. Came home. Farrah and I got it together and we went. I told you guys yesterday, didn't I? No. Um, what did we do? Oh my God. We went to Marshall's. That's where we went. Yes. I was like, what did we do? We went to Marshall's and bought way too much junk. But it's funny because everything I needed everything I got. That's we were very deliberate. I wanted to get stuff we needed because the school trip is coming up, right? Um or the 7th grade trip. Anyway, we did that. Where did we go after that? We went and ate. And then did we do anything else after that? I don't think so. I think we just came home after that. We came home. Maybe we made one more stop and came home. Um That was it. And nothing exciting. That's why I could barely remember. And I mean, it's like the shopping is just, Anyway, and then I had to get online and get a couple of things. So yeah, it was not like we just chilled for the most part. Nothing exciting. So anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter last week, all of that. Let's get into it. I want to tell you guys about Chicago real quick. Or do you guys want to hear the video of the girl explaining Chicago? Let me see. Loretta, thank you so much, sis. Thank you, Loretta. Loretta just gifted some memberships, guys. Trina B, I heard my happiness got you mad. Smoke show, bottom line, up front, bluff. Okay, bluff. Okay. Kim Fotz or Foltz. Leroyce Woodfork, Sylvia one, or excuse me, Slidia one, Pleasure Pain, Mickey K, Nola 504, M Player K, Nandi Z, Nay, Green Bites, Patricia, Paula D, Nita P, Quinda Nay, Wowzers. I don't know if that's everybody. Did I skip anybody? That was I don't know that that was 20. Nay, Okay, here we go. Nandi, Nay, Green Bites, Patricia Williams, Paula D, Nita P, Quinda, Wowzers. Maybe that is everybody. That 20 went quick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Loretta. I appreciate that very much. Happy point. You guys just got gifted by our good sis Loretta King. Thank you. Um, let's run into this really, really quick. So this is the synopsis from Wikipedia. So the musical Chicago is based on a play. The musical Chicago is based on a play of the same name by reporter and playwright Maureen Dallas Watkins, who was assigned to cover the 1924 trials of an accused murderer, Beulah Annan, and Belva Greitner or Gartner for the Chicago Tribune in 1920. Chicago's press and public became riveted by the subject of homicides committed by women. Several high profile cases arose, which generally involved women killing their lovers or husbands. These cases were tried against the backdrop of the changing views of women in the jazz era and a long string of acquittals by Cook County juries of female murderers. A lore arose that Chicago feminine or attractive women could not be convicted. The Chicago Tribune generally favored the prosecutor's case while still presenting the details of these women's lives. It rivals with the Hearst papers, where more pro defendant and employed that their divisively called subs or sob sisters, women reporters who focused on the plight, attractiveness, redemption, or grace of the female defendants, regardless of stance. The press covered several of these women as celebrities. It's interesting that somebody so unsophisticated and so uneducated as Nesto would find not that he found the parallel, but it's kind of like this is interesting that he drew a parallel parody, some sort of like, oh, you should go watch Chicago. That would be funny. That maybe he sees himself a little bit in this kind of non-celebrity celebrity of what happened with these people in Chicago, the woman who committed a crime. So listen to this. So Vilma Kelly, a vaudevillian who welcomes the audience to tonight's show. So this is Act One synopsis. This is basically, so it's not giving you a high level overview of the story. I guess it's just telling you what happened. Um, all right. So Vilma Kelly, a vaudevillian who welcomes the audience to tonight's show, interplayed with the opening number. The scene cuts to February 14th, 1928, in the bedroom of a chorus girl named Roxy Hart. That's who Candy played when Candy did it on Broadway, where she murders Fred Casely as he attempts to break off an affair with her. Roxy convinces her husband, Amos, the victim. Wait, Roxy convinces her husband, Amos, that the victim was a burglar, and Amos agrees to take the blame. So I'm assuming the scene opens up in the bedroom of a chorus girl, Roxy Hart, as she murders Fred Casely. Roxy convinces her husband that the victim, so I guess that would be the man that she was having the affair with, Fred, that he was a burglar, and Amos agrees to take the blame. Roxy expresses her appreciation of her husband's willingness to do anything for her. However, when the police mention the deceased man's name, Amos belatedly realizes that Roxy has lied to him, which both Roxy and Amos, furious at each other for each other's betrayal, Roxy confesses and is arrested. She is sent to the women's block at the Cook County Jail, where several women accused of killing their lovers are held. Among the inmates is Vilma Kelly, revealing herself to have been involved in the death of her husband and sister after she caught them having sex, though she denies committing the act on the account of blacking out from the site. The block is presided over by matron Mama Morton, whose system of taking bribes perfectly suits her clientele. She has helped Vilma become the media's top murderer of the week and is acting as a booking agent for Vilma's big return to vaudeville. Is this not crazy a little bit that he would mention this? So at the time, this is like 100 years ago. Okay. This is literally 100 years ago. Um, this person it's almost like a social media frenzy, right? The fact that he is relating this story is really interesting, right? I don't see so you don't? Well, it's a crime and he's not a celebrity. These people are not celebrities, but in Chicago, for some reason, they are elevating these murderous women to celebrity status, and there is a feeding frenzy by the press, i.e., the bloggers. Get it now? I would say watch the movie. Vilma is not happy to see Roxy, who is stealing some of her limelight. Roxy convinces Amos to pay Billy Flynn, her lawyer. Um, Amos lacks the funds, eagerly awaiting for all the women, for all his all female clientele. Billy sings the anthem. Roxy becomes the most popular celebrity in Chicago as she boastfully proclaims while planning for her future career in vaudeville. Look, Nesto's sitting up here writing a damn movie. Okay. Um, I'll drop the link to this on Wikipedia. There's also a video where this girl explains Chicago. There's a reason, and maybe I need to watch Chicago too. I haven't seen it in I don't even know how long, for a long time. It's been years and years and years. I never really had any interest in Chicago, but I think that he sees in the mind of Nesto, he sees some similarities in Chicago. He's always mentioning movies. He seems to number one have a fascination with movies. Also, some of the movies that he mentions are kind of interesting that I think he sees himself in some of these movies. So, yeah, he's inspired by the movies. And is this a direct correlation? Maybe in your mind, no. Whomever doesn't think so, in his mind, he might. He might see that there's some, maybe he's trying to figure out why he's got some sort of, why people are so interested in his case. And basically, I guess in Chicago, the play, there was some fascination at the time with these murderous women, these women having affairs and kind of making them into celebrities who were not celebrities. I don't know. I think whomever would have an opportunity to ask him that question could ask him that question. I don't know. I'm thinking that that is the reason. Anyway, let's continue. Um I want to get into, so there's like several things to react to at this moment and order because I feel like those are the most interesting that those are the these are the two that I'm most interested in at this moment. So I would, and then we'll get to the other two. Um just a second. Let me cue these up real quick. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I thought it was interesting that he made the parallel. He's probably interested in the movies and shows because he doesn't real well. Maybe you meant read well. Um, he seems to love the movies. Something about, and I feel like Nesto is the type that he sees himself in like every, oh yeah, that's me. Like he can find himself in any movie rather than just watching a movie for pure entertainment. I feel like he can find himself in almost any situation. Well, and also his friend too. Well, for his personality, movies may be what inspires his character or characters that he plays out in his life. Girl, like his fascination with Denzel. Is this the single goal he mentioned? Yes, it was a play, and then it became a musical, and then it became a musical, but also basically the play was written by a journalist at the time who was covering some murder trials of some women who basically rose to kind of local fame and prominence in the media because of these bad acts basically, and it was a corrupt system. um, it looks like Phone Calls from Prison put something out a couple of hours ago. What is this? Let's see. I hadn't seen this yet. Oh God, Sonya is so weird. Um, have you guys seen this yet? Let's see. Let me just make sure this isn't like in members or something. Okay. Ew, Nesto asked about baby oil. How disgusting. I don't even I'm almost like scared to almost scared. Okay. Let's hear what's going on here.
This baby oil for my skin. I'm out of baby oil. I gotta get this baby oil for my skin. I'm out of baby oil. I got like that.
No, that baby oil, did that shit rub off in your clothes and be looking dirty and shit?
He's
Have you
so
seen me look
gross.
dirty and shit?
No, I don't. That's why I don't put it on my skin, cause that shit makes me hot. Makes me hot.
Okay, so when you put it on certain places, like I put on my thighs and my elbows and my forearms and my neck, and certain places where I don't want to wrinkle because, and so I've been doing that for over 20 years.
Really?
And around my eyes, yeah. So I put it on my neck, around my eyes, my elbows, my forearms, my ass.
Oh.
Ass, the thighs, anywhere where you want it to be soft. You know, you rub somebody's ass and it's not soft, and the legs, the thighs are not soft. The baby oil.
Oh.
The baby. And then you put lotion on the other part. But yeah, it does work. But I put it on while I'm wet, and then I towel dry. So it's not like I put it on and then put on clothes. The skin will absorb it when the skin is wet. And then I rub it in while it's wet. And then I towel dry.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
So it's not affecting my clothes. You say still, I just imagine looking like one of them dusty ass people at the gas station.
Damn.
No,
So
that it doesn't.
how do baby oil keep you from your shit from hanging?
What shit from hanging? Your balls?
No, I'm talking about your legs, your butt, your neck. What does that got to do with it? The baby oil.
Okay, so when you put moisture, some type of moisture on your skin, around the eyes and stuff, stops the wrinkles.
Oh, okay.
On the eyes. I don't have any
She
wrinkles
might
on
need
my
to get a
eyes.
new beauty
My
secret.
neck is
'Cause
fine.
that shit- excuse me. She might need to get something else. I mean, maybe there's someone out here who uses baby oil for their beauty treatments, but it's not working for you, sis. Okay. I'm gonna just say that. It's not working for you, Sonya.
Damn.
No,
So
that it doesn't.
how do baby oil keep you from your shit from hanging?
What shit from hanging? Your balls?
No, I'm talking about your legs, your butt, your neck. What does that got to do with it? The baby oil.
Okay, so when you put moisture, some type of moisture on your skin, around the eyes and stuff, stops the wrinkles.
Oh, okay.
On the eyes. I don't have any wrinkles on my eyes. My neck is fine. My elbows are cool. I mean, they're a little dated, but they're not as bad as, you know, people be hanging their elbows out the window and be like, ew, their elbows. Disgusting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you rub my ass, isn't it soft?
You said that it's gonna flop down to the floor. That's what you said.
Shut that.
She said it flopped down to the floor. What? These two, Global Tel Link needs to cancel their subscriptions. I'm sorry. These two are ridiculous. What?
Hell up. Oh, no.
She said her butt flopped down to the floor.
You said that it's gonna flop down to the floor. That's what you said.
Flop down to the
Shut the
floor.
hell up. Oh, no.
I'm just doing a well in the chair.
I just had a visual like that is not cute.
I'm going with you said.
My ass is never that big to fall that far. So no.
Okay. I'm just saying though what you said.
Okay, so that's no, because my skin is not that separate from my body because I was never fat. You know, people get fat and then their skin get real loose because they shrunk inside. I don't have that. I've only lost 3 pounds. I'm only 3 pounds from my normal weight, 3 to 4 pounds from my normal weight. It's not like I lost 100 pounds.
Oh, I'm just going by what you said. Now that was
right. So no, if I was obese and then I lost weight, then you could say, yeah, my skin is hanging. But I've never been 116 pounds as big as I've ever been, and I was pregnant. So
you told me that 20 years ago. You told me.
Thank you for watching. Please like.
Huh?
116 pounds as big as I've ever been, and I was pregnant. So
you told me that 20 years ago. You told me.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications.
What?
Hanging. But I've never been 116 pounds as big as I've ever been, and I was pregnant. So
you told me that 20 years ago. You told me.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe.
You told me that 20 years ago. What? Did he say you told me that 20 years ago? Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. It sounds like he said it's short, but he said you told me that 20 years ago. So they're supposed to know each other 20 years now? Sounds damn ridiculous. Global Telling gave up 20 years ago, 20 years ago.
Far, so no.
Okay. I'm just saying, now, what you
That's
said now.
okay. So that's no, because my skin is not that separate from my body because I was never fat. You know, people get fat and then their skin get real loose because they shrunk.
Okay.
And so I don't have that. I've only lost 3 pounds. I'm only 3 pounds from my normal weight, 3 to 4 pounds from my normal weight. It's not like I lost 100 pounds.
Oh, I'm just going by what you said. Now that was
Right. So no, if I was if I was obese and then I lost weight, then you could say, yeah, my skin is hanging. But I've never been 116 pounds, the biggest I've ever been, and I was pregnant. So
you told me that 20 years ago. You told me.
Thank you for watching. Please like.
You told me that 20 years ago. Okay, whatever. Mm. Um. Mm. Okay. I don't know what that means. You never know what he's saying. Okay, let's talk. Oh, let's go over here. Um, I'm gonna go out of order because it almost doesn't matter. These are all random dates. But this is the day.
This video contains.
This is the Lamont phone call. She gets him on the phone with Lamont. And this was interesting to me. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. Okay.
This video contains one call between Ernesto, Sonia, and Lamont on January 14th, 2023. Sonia had just left a video visit with Nesto, and she's standing outside the jail waiting for a ride. You will hear Nesto ask Lamont to give Sonia some money, and you will also hear Lamont offer to help Nesto with his and Shirley's things in storage. Take a listen.
Y'all, did y'all listen to this yet? I wonder if Shirley ever got her stuff because Lamont was ready to send some goons over there to go ahead and pop the lock. He was like, "Yeah, we don't need all that. We ready to just go ahead and pop that thing off." So, um Shirley may have her things. And then he said, "Oh, no, forget about it." And then he said, "No, we can just go over there and pop that thing off. So just let me know what you need." She said she needs her clothes.
no, never. I'm stuck here. Look why I'm stuck here. My God.
So this is the day we looked at that thumbnail the other day. This is the day where Sonya has those thick glasses on and that pink vest. And also later this day, she is out there talking real reckless about Shirley. That's the one that they put in members. Um, and she's telling Nesto what to do with Craig Lewis. This is all the same day. I don't know what time. The time's not on here, so we can't really reference the times of that day. Did they put anything down here about the time? Let me mention something too. I kind of wasn't gonna say anything about this, but I want to because I just do. Let me see. And I appreciate they updated this. So anyway, okay. Let's talk about this for just a moment before we get all the way up into it. Do you guys see this description box down here? Do you guys see this description box? I know y'all see it, right? I want to make sure if there's any bone collectors, bone carriers, shit starters, people who like to whisper in people's ears who feel some type of way about what people do on this internet, this is for you. Okay? Do you see this right here? A special thanks to our viewer and fellow YouTuber at Real Talk Bougie. I used to say Love Lies and Lace Fronts, but I don't put this content over there anymore. So they updated it for this recommendation. Check out their channel. This has been in every video. It's either been Real Talk Bougie or Love Lies and Lace Fronts. They have credited me in every single description box because they were not following this story. And the reason why this is important for me to mention periodically is because there's some people out here that have it twisted about my contribution to this story. You wouldn't have, they were not following this case. They were over there with Alec Murdaugh, and that's not a bad thing. That's a very highly sought after case. Is very interesting. They were a very new channel. But these calls would not be happening at this moment had an interested viewer, i.e. me, reached out and said, "Hey, can you check into this? Because there's a very interesting." I want to just say that on today because the other day there's someone who is supposed to be a colleague on these YouTube streets who plays that she does what we all do out here, and for some reason wants to make a mountain out of a molehill and try to be all starting shit up with people on YouTube. And it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Okay? It's weird. Leave people alone. If you don't want to do the content anymore, nobody's twisting your arm. And if you want to do the content, why don't you focus on your subject matter and keep it pushing? The fact that you feel compelled to continue to mention other bloggers is weird. The only reason why you're getting mentioned is because your ass is all up in the storyline now. That's the only reason. Your comments are in shambles and your chat is unbelievable. But I want you to take a close look at this description box because the channel at hand that provides this particular format of call understands it was a reaction channel that made the request for them to even check into it to begin with. What they did with it from there is what they did with it from there. That's it, and that's all. Like, it's the fake outrage for me whilst doing what you're doing. There is no honor in trying to drag people down to save yourself. Why don't you learn how to swim? Go take a swim class and learn how to swim. You can't drown me whilst you're drowning because sis got on a life jacket and I swim very well. Okay. You can't bring me down. Okay. And it's not cute either. It's very much not giving cute, and is fugazi. If you need to save yourself, that's exactly what you do. Save yourself. But trying to drag other people down to try to create an angle to make people look bad, you can't make me look bad, sis. I'm in the damn description box, hun. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see. For those of you who can't see, for those of you who are new and don't know, like at the end of the day, maybe they would have found this case anyway. These are some very bright, talented people, but this is a very kind of niche. I don't even know what age group Shay is in, but I would venture to guess she might be a little younger. And this is a very niche audience that watches Steve Harvey. Most young people don't watch Steve Harvey. And I think his audience is predominantly African American, people of color. I'm sure he has a white audience, but nobody was checking for this. And this is not a big story. This is somewhat of a big story in a very niche pocket community. And it's very juicy. Okay. And we've given it, all of us collectively have given it some life. But in case you want to continue to get it twisted, this is what I need for you to know and understand is that Don't play with me. Like I've said it a million times. Please, please stop and understand the only reason why people are mentioning certain people, certain bloggers, is because you're in the damn story, sis. You're in the story. You've injected yourself into the videos. You've got characters in the community talking about you. You've got the truck driving ex felonious best friend mentioning your name. You've got the side chickery girlfriend showing up in your live streams, chatting in the chat. You're calling the side chick after hearings she doesn't even care about anymore. Sis is asleep. If sis is asleep, what makes you think you need to call her after something happens? Clearly she don't care. Why are you calling her to make sure that she's checking for her man and she's not checking for her man? It just looks very thirsty and slow, but I'm going to go back to just this. Check the description box, sis. Check the description box, okay? Stop. Just stop. Don't do that. It's not cute. It's not a good look. It's very unprofessional. As if what's going on is not unprofessional enough. It is very unprofessional to throw people under the bus who are not even thinking about you. Okay? And that's it and that's all. Nobody's thinking about you. We can't not talk about you because, sis, you're in the storyline. You've injected yourself into the story, but it's certainly not personal. But to sit around and fabricate that people are, girl, there's nothing to come get. So leave it alone and stop. Seriously, because it's not a good look and it's looking very thirsty and it's kind of like, girl, what is your problem? Stop. It's bad. It's bad. And maybe, you know what, since you're such a court watcher, why didn't you, when you were watching the bail hearing, just like I was, Miss Professional Court Watcher, all of the things, why didn't you have the thought to get since FOIAs are so easy to obtain, which they are now, but I was thinking on some, wow, there's a whole channel that does this. This is cool. Let me reach out to them. If you were watching my lives around that time, you would know this because I was like, guys, there's this channel. Oh my God, it's so juicy. They have to go check them out. I just reached out to them because I'm going to see if they can get the calls. They mentioned that call about Dubai and Why didn't the professional court watcher go run down there to Cobb County then? Why didn't the court watcher go find anything? Because it's so easy. If it was so easy and you were so knowledgeable on the topic, why didn't you do that off rip? Off the rip. Why didn't you do that? Okay? And stop talking about people trying to steal your content. Ain't nobody stealing your content. Period. Just stop. Like, it's just not a good look. It's very aggravating. And it does make me feel like a little bit of a setup because I was really nice to this person. I actually thought this person was cool. I referred people to go look at her videos, and sis is weird. Okay. Sis is very weird and strange. And I'm just very disappointed in myself for thinking that she was actually like a little bit cool. Because ma'am was playing in my face, talking about the bloggers. I'm one of the bloggers too. It's like, don't you have any respect? She has no fucking respect. So it's very much giving like, damn, sis, that's fucking weird as hell. But now knowing how you like to go undercover and like to play and scrounge for I don't know, go undercover, whatever you could want to call it. That's your business. I don't want to be part of anything like this. My point was I felt compelled. Check the description box, sis. They credit me every single video. Do you hear me? Every video. A special thanks to our viewer and fellow YouTuber for this not this video recommendation, the whole fucking shit. Okay? Hello? Stop. Don't tell me what I can do for my content, how I do it, what I should do, or whatever. I'm not a damn gatekeeper. I know very much what was in my wheelhouse and what's not in my wheelhouse. And at the end of the day, throwing a content idea to a fellow YouTuber, that's just what I do. I tried to help your ass too, but clearly you didn't take my advice. Girl, you certainly didn't take my advice. Okay. Because if you had taken my advice, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in right now. That's what I'm going to say. But I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want to say too much because I don't want to be involved in this mess. I just want somebody to stop trying to use this mess as content because I'm not giving it any more shine. Just check the fucking description box. Next time she wants to talk about how and when and what, just tell her, if you don't mind, anybody who likes to drag bones back to people, you are very much welcome to do so. Clip this, do whatever you want to this, and tell her I said, go to the description box. Okay? Go to the description box. Check my playlist and check my virtual resume and then have a seat. Okay? Have a seat. Have a seat. That's it. I'm not going to say, you know what I mean? I'm done because I'm not going to give it any shine. And at the end of the day, what I choose to do in my members, if I want to go run through some comments that are in shambles, which I haven't done, but I may, because I you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know me. I can go one way and I can go another way. If I want to go run through some shambles comments and have a kiki, girl, I will. Period. I love some damn shenanigans, but I was trying to be nice. Now I see that some people just cannot stop. And what I'm going to say is check the description box. Okay? Go listen to the interview. Okay? When phone calls from prison, it's I'm sure phone calls from prison is feeling very special on this morning because like sis fighting over you. Okay. Go and check and see where they did a 1 hour interview when they're dropping their third episode. Okay. When the third episode was dropping, okay, and they were doing their very first premiere. Okay. Where did they come? Whose channel were they at? Stop it. Just stop. This is not cute. It's very cute and it's showing very much crabs in a barrel. It's showing scraping the butt. It's showing fighting for your life, but not fighting. You know what I mean? It's showing taking off the oxygen mask. Sis, put the oxygen mask on and go and have a seat. Okay? Have a seat. Ain't nobody trying to take nothing away from you. Go get your oxygen mask and have a seat. Because this type of behavior will have you out here dead in the water, okay? Stop. Just stop it. It's not cute. It's bad behavior. I just wanted to set the record straight because this is getting damn ridiculous, okay? It's very much giving. I don't even like this type of shine. I don't even go for this type. Just stop it. Okay. All right. Let's get back to business. I just wanted to say, because ma'am wants to make it see her subscribers are so damn salty. The sis is and let me tell you one last thing, and I've said this before, and ma'am, if she's not going to skew the truth, will own to it. I actually showed her how to go into her back office. Ma'am was barely monetizing her videos. That's how we make money, by monetizing our videos, right? She wasn't aware on how to fully optimize her videos to make money. I showed her how to go back in there and do it. I gave her some sauce. And this is the thanks that I get, even just on some, she's never done anything to me. Let me just watch my mouth and not be nasty and lump everybody into something, because one of these people actually was very kind to me and was behaving like a friend, like a colleague on these YouTube streets. It's like, sis, why don't you shut the fuck up for real? It's not a cute look at all. It's giving very much salty and jealous. And I tried to help your ass. Stop lumping everybody together. If you got a problem with someone, why don't you put a name to it? Since you're so big and bad and it's business and all of this stuff, why don't you put a very specific name to it and stand on it? Because it ain't me, sis. All right? Stop it. Because I personally don't like it at all. And like I said, if I want to go cruise down the YouTube streets and stop and look at some shambles and talk about it with my audience, that's my business. That's my business, because I know how to not get a copyright claim against me. I know how to work these YouTube streets waters so that I don't get anything in my damn inbox. I don't have money coming out of my revenue. I know how to do this damn thing. That's why I do how I do and set up my screens how I set up my screens, because that protects me, because I'm on some transformation. I'm on some transformative and etc. Okay? And period. Okay? Just stop. It's not cute. And it makes it very negative. As much as this lady says it's negative, she's making it even more negative, because the way she addresses her audience, it's going to start to feel like some of her subscribers who might still enjoy going over there, because it's a fucking train wreck. And I know people that follow me love a good train wreck. This is giving train wreck. And then if they go to my chat or something, somebody in there is going to call her out. We don't call people out over here. You can go wherever in the fuck you want to go and still come over here and still, like, it's for the kikis over here. It's for the kikis and, all of the things, right? I don't care, but I can so see the way it's going over there. Everybody needs to damn tap in. Nothing goes unless you hit a damn like button. All worried about the wrong things that don't pay. I'm sorry, hitting the like button, it's good. It helps Al get you out to the system and everything. But if you can be out in the system, but if that click-through rate ain't popping, the money ain't dropping. Okay. Let me get on my Johnny Cochran this morning. Okay. If people don't click, girl, you're not getting paid. If they don't watch, you're not getting paid. You can hit the like button all you want. Why don't you engage rather than engaging the people that you have in the chat room to stay and watch, because it's the watch time that pays. She's sitting there trolling for likes. Meanwhile, people are clicking out and coming back later. Okay, I'm done. Check the description box. That's all I have to say. Let's get into it, guys.
This video contains one call between Nesto, Sonya, and Lamont on January 14th, 2023. Sonya had just left a video visit with Nesto, and she's standing outside the jail waiting for a ride. You will hear Nesto ask Lamont to give Sonya some money, and you will also hear Lamont offer to help Nesto with his and Shirley's things in storage. Take a listen.
Hello, remember? I'm stuck here. Look why I'm stuck here. Yeah. My goddaughter, dumbass. I'm like, where you at? She's like, oh yeah, I'm sitting here with Katie getting her hair, her makeup done. I said, you were supposed to drop her off, drop Margie off, and then come back and get me. Fuck the whole plan up. Now I gotta wait for him to get his hair cut and then for him to come back and get.
Doesn't she have an Uber app or a Lyft app? Why do you have to stand outside the jail? There's no like 444 taxi. Like I think we still have taxis here in Charlotte. It's like 444. Call a taxi, call a Uber, call a Lyft. You don't have a coin to come for someone to come pick you up?
Get me.
Oh, money
And
gone.
then I'm sitting here in the lobby.
Money gone.
You gonna be there a long time.
I know, but it's an appointment. It's not a sit-in. It's an appointment.
It's a 30-minute. Let me just ask a quick question. How is it that you're going literally for a 30-minute? You just left the jail. The visits are 30 minutes, right? You have an appointment. Nobody could sit and wait for I sit and wait for my daughter outside the African braid shop literally for 3-4 hours on my ass. Sometimes talking to you guys. Nobody could sit for 30 minutes. Nobody could go ride down the street to Sonic or Starbucks and get a coffee and turn around and come back and you'd be walking out. Like 30 minutes is nothing. It's nothing. It's no time. I would say, look, here's $20. Go get yourself a snack and come back. By the time you come back, I'll be coming out.
Haircut. Hopefully the boy is on schedule.
Oh, okay. You started cutting yet?
I don't know. I tried to call him. He was like, hold on. Maybe he was nap questing his
So
way
ghetto.
there. But I'm in the vendor room looking at some snacks. Like, what can I eat?
Why didn't you take your damn e-bike? Don't you live down the street?
No, I need to lift my way back home. I don't know nobody here that I fuck with that can pick me up.
Damn.
My sister cooker, she snuck in town. I gotta call her and see. And they're like, fuck y'all. Don't come get me.
Wait a minute. Yes. Which sister are you talking about?
Sonya came in town to surprise Katie for her birthday.
Oh. Yeah. No sister? Is that what you're saying?
No, you know Tanya, the one that looked like me. It's Trisha and there's Tanya.
She's here.
Yeah, she's here. She in town. She in town for the birthday, for the festivities.
Oh. How far she at?
She at my place. She's staying at my townhouse. Where is that at? The zoo.
Yeah,
$5. Are you fucking kidding me? You want $5 for? No, $5 not for that. Oh, I'll be for a little bag of a little bag. You're talking about $5.
What?
What kind of prices y'all got? Hold on.
For a bag of chips is $5?
Please select the product. Hold on. It said it's $125. That's still a lot.
Oh. Yeah, it is.
$125 for.
Yeah, so that's what the chips is.
Remember what chips was 50 cents back in the 70s? Back in the 70s.
I'm going to look 60 years old when I get up out of here. I'm my age.
That's okay. You'll be 60 and sexy. I fuck you. Damn. County. But I got to see her at county jail. Oh, so close to me now, babe.
You got to see what?
I got to sit here at the county jail.
Oh. Well,
I don't know what they be done.
You're not in that cold.
It's cold as shit outside.
And it's clean.
That shit had me. Because when I was living here, I was in the hospital and in the house when it was cold, so I didn't really feel it.
Right.
I felt that shit today.
I know you did.
I know
you did.
That's crazy.
Call him right now. Let me see if you got on the phone.
No. Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, telephone.
What's up,
What's going on, bro? You got it right? I didn't know you can get visits, man. You should have been over there. I've been there, came over there to see you, man.
Yeah, I get visits. Shit, that's
all right, well, shit, next week, I'm coming over there.
Okay.
I'm coming to see her, and I know she come up here. We can go back and forth. She can come, and then I can come, and you know what I'm saying. We can get. Hey, listen.
Okay, one thing real quick. First of all, Lamont has never gone. This visit, I just looked in the visitor log. This was from 2 to 2:30. Okay. Let me just check something real quick. The call that she made when she was talking all grimy. Hold on one second. When she was talking all grimy, okay, that was at 7:00 at night. Those two calls when they called Crell Lewis, um, on the what's it called? And I think it's in members and Patreon. That was at 7:00 at night. So she stays on the phone with this man damn all day long. So you just came from a visit for 30 minutes. You step outside. Here you are talking to him again and then talking to Lamont. I'm sure there's probably additional calls in the day. Then you talk to him for an hour and it's call 1, call 2. It's in members, it's in Patreon. When they call Crell Lewis, and that was at 7:00 at night, and then she turns around and brings her ass right back the next day. Let me see at what time. I just closed my binder. She turns around and brings her ass right back. On the 15th at 2:00 again, from 2 to 2:32. Trash can. Okay. I just wanted to get a reference for time. Okay. Let's keep going.
I said, can you stop all that noise? I'm trying to talk to my brother, and you keep on the background. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, she's fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey,
my brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna come visit. Yeah, I'm on the phone with my brother. She's talking about he's talking to his woman. Shut your mouth. You talk too much. God damn. That's why I have to be by myself on Saturdays. I can't get
on Saturday.
Yeah.
He get a day of rest.
Myself.
He said on Saturdays. It's like she thinks she's at a comedy show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. A day of rest. I got to be by myself. I don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, but I'm gonna sign up. I called today. You actually do it on Monday's a holiday, so I'm gonna do it on Tuesday. I'm gonna sign up for Tuesday. I'm gonna come in on Tuesday and sign up, and then that way every visitation I'll come over there. I wish it was a way you can get multiple visitations throughout the week, but
no, it's once a week, I think.
Huh?
It's once a week. I come Saturday and I come Sunday. So Sunday's the new week.
Okay.
So next Sunday you can come visit them.
So I'll come visit next Sunday.
Okay.
You doing all right today, bro?
Yes, well, this morning it really hit me. I didn't really feel like getting out of bed, to be honest with you, bro. I really didn't feel like, sometimes you can adapt to a lot of things, but
Oh, you can adapt to this shit.
No, not to that case. I ain't. No, I can't.
I wouldn't be able to adapt to none of this shit.
Yeah.
Because I have a problem owning what I do, but if I ain't do it, I got a problem.
Yeah.
I ain't worrying about that. I wouldn't even work.
But what I gotta get and what I need is to say right now the way they got now, I can't use the internet. I can't get no pictures to the tablet we used to get. I can't send no mail out to the tablet. I can't do nothing electronic, and that's how they got us now. That's how they got.
Yeah, they got everything electronic. That's a little different.
Yeah, so I can't use nothing. I can't use nothing no more. All thing I can do is get magazines in and some books and legal mail. That is it. So if you can get her some money to help me with that, I really pass my time by.
What you need?
Some money.
I gotta buy him some books. Take a read. Start reading.
Oh, okay. Well, how much money you need?
And whatever she needs, and some telephone money, because she really was helping me with all the calling and whatever I do. Because
so how much money do you need?
How much money do you need?
No, $250.
Where you at? All right, what you want to send me a cash up? I'll send it to you right now. Or if you're in Atlanta, you can pull up.
I'm in Atlanta.
Let me tell you something. When it comes to some cash money and somebody owing me some money and they say pull up, girl, don't play with me. First of all, I don't loan money. I really don't. But I'd rather give it $100, couple $100. This is not an invitation, but this is my thing. I'm not gonna loan because I don't want to have to think about trying to get my money back. Because you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. Anyway, but you got some money for me, girl. I'm on my way. Okay. I'm not running for no $20, but you got a couple $100 for me and we're in the same city. Oh, pull up. Okay, I'll be there. Give me 20 minutes. We'll be right there. Girl, and go have a nice
I'm in
lunch.
Atlanta come
Okay.
Monday morning.
Stop it. Don't
All
play
right,
with
we
me.
can pull up. I'll pull up right now and I'll give it to you.
I would be like, Katie, whoever, Sydney, I need you to go run me over there to Mr. Lamont. He's got some money so I can replenish my jail account.
Sitting here at the county waiting on my ride.
Where you at?
I'm at the county waiting on my ride.
Where you need a ride to?
West, what's it called? West Midtown.
All right, well, if you need a ride, I'll
You better keep your Audi.
Give you a ride wherever you need to go, and I'll give you the money.
Okay. How far is she from county? From Cobb County? Are you that way?
Cobb County. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where Cobb County
Just do Cobb County, Marietta, Cobb County Adult Detention
Oh, that's
Center.
down the street. We right down the street.
Cobb County.
Down the street. Hey, Big Red.
I don't know the address. I just
Hey, Big Red, where are we?
been in Cobb County Adult Detention, and that's where I go. It's some service, something by. Hold on. Look at my phone.
So what, bro?
I was telling her to text it to you real fast. To text it to you real fast.
I know, right, Bree?
Yeah, 1825 County Service Parkway, Marietta.
Well, Marietta.
Yeah, the Texas one.
I know. Hold on. I'm trying to do a.
Okay. Hey, you can't say I'll call you back. Yeah. Okay.
Why you being aggressive like that?
Look, you don't make me bust you upside your motherfucking head now. Ain't it?
He said, "You know, I will bust you upside your motherfucking head." Lamont has a mouth on him. Do you hear that? That would be the last. I would be like, I'd be in my car and be like, okay, you want me to go run this to your friend? I'll take that and be gone. Like, like we're done. I'm done. You're not going to talk to me like that. Like, what? No, sir. No, sir.
All right. Okay, so I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. All right. Do you have? Okay. You got somebody coming to get you, or you don't have nobody coming to get you?
I'm gonna wait for my son to get a haircut before I get picked up.
Girl, if Lamont would have picked her up, she'd have been damn pillowcased, zip tied, and wake up somewhere in a whole nother country somewhere trying to figure out how she got there. Sis would be trafficked to hell.
Haircut.
Okay.
Okay, because I thought this was
okay. It sounds like, okay. Sounds like potentially, all right. Based on word on the street.
She said it's what? This Gwinnett County.
Are you somewhere else? Are you from here?
But I'm in Gwinnett. But if you send me your cash app, I'll send it over to you right now. I can cash app it to you.
I wonder if he ever cashed up her that money.
It's gonna be a while.
No, I mean his appointment was at 2:30, so he can be done by 3.
Okay, all right. So you got.
He out this way. Yeah.
Okay.
He out
all
this
right.
way.
Cool.
I'm in the lobby watching basketball.
All right. Well, send me your cash app. I'll send that over to you.
Thank you for the member milestone, Stacy. Thank you. Thanks for the membership. Stacy Dawson, member. Stacy, thank you for the milestone. Lori, is it Jay? Thank you so much. Hey Jay, hey boo. Kevin Durant's hairbrush, love it here. Thank you, sis. And 5 memberships from Lisa W. Lisa W. Let me see. Let's see what happened. Lisa W. Lisa W. Love it here. Okay. Is this? It's catching up. I was gonna say something, but I guess I forgot for a reason. Lamont, man, play, fuck that. We about to get out here. Oh yeah, is it Dair? Dair Sanders? I see your comment. Lamont is reckless with his mouth. He's very much giving reckless. Um, Okie dokie, Miss Gina. I see you guys. Bree, Jay Vickers, Bridget. Okay, let me find. Where is the member gifting so I can read it out? And CA 1983 said his office hours were early in the AM. I just lost the comment. Oh, their P and H hours. Oh, pimps and hoes hours. He is definitely in the trafficking. Yeah, I mean, the way he talks to these women is shameful. It's shameful. Okay. Elfrida Long, Michelle Hester, Miss Gina, Skylar Roy, and Davita, you just got gifted by the good sis Lisa W. Lisa W, thank you so much. Thank you. All of the member milestones. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for the sticker. Member milestones, new members, member gifts, all of that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yes. I just want to say one last thing too. The weird thing is I would not like it's you know how when people play themselves, like worrying about what other people are doing in their memberships. Maybe that's why some people get so concerned about what's going on in theirs. Like I don't worry like me personally, whatever I do in my member lives is what I do in my member lives. 9 times out of 10 I post them anyway. But if I'm being messy in a member live, I'm just being messy in a member live. Hey Ty Cherie, how are you? I'm just being messy in a member live and that's it. That's it and that's all. I wouldn't even care because at the end of the day, this is all the internet and there's really nothing private. It's just paid access. There's some people who are paying to get in and here and then there's some people who just are not and that's okay, you know what I'm saying? But as a content creator to be worried about what other people are doing in their member lives or what they're doing on the internet is not focusing on what you need to be doing on the internet, and that is on some pocket watching 101. If you are busy worried about what other people are doing, you're not making any money, you're just watching people make theirs. Okay, that is on pocket watching lesson 101. Mind your business. Okay. That's lesson number 1. Mind your business that pays you. Okay. Minding the business that pays me is a waste of your time. Okay. That's it.
Yeah, just screenshot and send me over, and, and I'll send them on.
I appreciate you, Claire.
Man, that's all good. Man.
Yeah,
it's all good. Player.
Other folks that I got, they got approved on their spot, so they're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Ty Cherie is a boo boo and a baby. Hey sis, happy Sunday.
No, man, just let that shit fly by, man, because I can't
Mind
find
your
the folks.
business, be a nosy.
No, I got my folks over there. They're going go on. They're going up in there and do.
So look, this call, I'm not going to say it's boring. It was quite interesting because many things were said. The main things, so Lamont's mouth is reckless. He threatened to assault a female on this call. He said he was going to bust her upside her head. Just a complete mess. He also said that he would pop the lock on Nesto and Shirley's storage. We're going to hear that in a minute and we're going to try and get through as quickly as possible. So let's keep going and I'm going to stop it in those points so we can try to get through 1 or 2 more videos and then we'll resume. Okay. Because there's so many things to my list is getting so long and but school starts back tomorrow. So you know how that goes. We'll have some more time. But this week was spring break. So sis time was a little bit splintered because I had to entertain my daughter.
What do what got to be done. I just needed to know. You don't even need them folks. My people go over there and clip that right quick and take everything so she can over there. They're going on. They're going up in there and do what got to be done. I just needed to know, you don't even need them folks. My people go over there and clip that right quick and take everything so she can put it up if you want me to move on that.
So do you guys think Shirley got her stuff out of storage or not? Because Lamont said he got his people who can just go over there and clip it and handle the business the way it needs to be handled. It sounds like to me he's got something in that storage. Now, Shirley, from what I listened to an interview that she had, I think some of you saw it. We did a reaction to it with another journalist. Um, and she loves art and she is a little bit of a collector. I don't know that she has very expensive pieces, but she might have a piece or two worth something. But it sounded like there was some stuff in the storage. Listen real close, okay?
I don't know.
No, I got my folks over there. They'll go up in there and do what got to be done. I just needed to know, you don't even need them folks. My people go over there and clip that right quick and take everything so she can put it up if you want me to move on that.
That's fine. If they want to do that.
All right, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure, that because she said she needed to get us some clothes and get us stuff. I don't know if something about clothes. I just ain't got no clothes.
I know. That's just you told me what the deal is. Yeah, they on that showboat shit.
She's on that showboat. She works for Steve Harvey. She's in entertainment. Nesto is such a damn hater. Sometimes the way he talks about Shirley behind her back really makes me think he doesn't like her at all. It's weird, but yes, like, isn't that she's on that showboat? Steve Harvey's on that showboat. That if there's one thing about Steve Harvey and his wife, they love to dress. Marjorie sits at the fashion shows. That's what she does. She's at every season fashion show, at every major designer. These people love to dress. So Shirley works for the man that loves to dress and she can't go dress. So she's supposed to show up in sweatpants and looking ugly. She wants her clothes. If she has a collection of clothes and things, clearly messing around with you, she doesn't have the money like she did to go buy those things and she already has them. So what is the problem? It's weird to me. So just another hater. And it's just interesting to me what type of a woman is attracted to a friendship or relationship with a man like this. You hear how he's talking and treating his wife, his quote unquote wife. And what would make you think to be friendly with this guy? He's a bum. He's a jerk.
So you know how
that goes.
Yeah, that's their style.
Right. This.
Right now, I'm trying to fight my motherfucking freedom right now.
He doesn't care about anybody but himself. Did you hear that, Sonya? That's what. So he didn't care about Shirley, and that's his wife. He definitely don't care about you.
But me, I get dogged out all the way around. Nasty Nesto. I'm telling folks, man, I ain't dead man with these folks, man. Hold on, no.
What's the name, Nesto? What's the name, Nesto? You know what? You know what?
What?
It's funny that you said that you didn't prop that some business. So when you said that, when I told you,
I don't know what made Sonya think she was special. She's just ridiculous.
That's it. It nothing happened with it. Yeah. You sent it, I deleted it. It never went anywhere else. And nobody even talked anything ill about it. We didn't, start going and describing it or anything. None of that. That's it. It nothing happened with it. Yeah. You sent it, I deleted it. It never.
Okay. But nothing was sent. Never got a picture. What? What are you talking about? Why are you lying? Why? You're so hateful. Everyone's so mean. But what?
That's it. It nothing happened with it. Yeah. You sent it, I deleted it. It never went anywhere else. And nobody.
Okay.
Right.
I can't. This is the time you say I gotta sit back and just I gotta sit back and think right now for real.
Yeah, sit back and think. It just gives you some time to meditate. That's all. You don't know. Sometimes I say this right here.
Tall Diva, I wouldn't even begin to know which storage facility it is. Um, yeah, I have no idea, boo. And we have no idea what name it's even under, right? So, um, yeah, we have no idea. Him breaking in, and that was a whole year ago. That stuff could be sitting up in Shirley's new apartment now. If he busted the, I mean, I guess the thing is, the reason why they would bust the lock is number one, if they don't have the key, but the rental company would do, the storage company would do that for you. They're usually, you have to buy their locks, right? That's one. And then two is they probably owe rent, right? Because Shirley was paying a hefty rent on that. And I think she was concerned with all of the bills she had to pay. I think she might have been behind on the storage. So I'm not really sure.
I was listening to the guy the other day before September 11th. He was running through the airport trying to get to the plane. He was banging on the door for him to open it. It wasn't meant for him to go on the plane. It was meant for everybody else to leave. That same plane ran into the building. He was next. He was banging. He was on the other side of the door from getting on the plane. So sometimes in life, you don't know what God and what the purpose of things because we don't understand it. But sometimes we are put in a certain place, in a certain predicament for certain reasons that are clueless to us. So it's not always a bad thing. It's kind of difficult to look at it like that, but everything happens for a reason. You got support. You got people care about you. You can call. You can talk. Most people, I tell you this all the time. Them people in there, they ain't got nobody to even listen to their phone call. They ain't got nobody to listen to them talk.
Yeah.
They wish they had somebody to put money on their books. First of all, half these motherfuckers out here broke. They ain't got no money. So for somebody to even have a slight bit of help is extremely hard. The girl just called me and told me she ain't paid her light bill in 3 months. I said, well, what you been doing all weekend? Partying. I got the priorities mixed up.
Sure, she knew move back home with her mama.
This girl told me she hadn't paid her light bill in 3 months. And I said, well, what you been doing all weekend? And she said, partying. He said, you need to get your priorities together. And then Sonia's brilliant self says, she needs to go move back with her mama.
She need to move back home with her mama.
Mm-hmm. She ain't ready to be grown during that trip.
Right. Everybody you have to look at things. And, we cut different. That's point blank. I realized that early on. Everybody ain't cut the same.
No, everybody was raised differently.
Everybody raised differently.
Why are you all talking in the men's conversation? Why don't you let them talk? Nesto talks to you. Didn't he just talk to you for a whole half hour sitting in the seat?
A lot of people, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a sad situation,
hey, Natasha.
But it ain't nothing to be all the way sad about because you got help. You got people fighting for you. What about if you ain't had nobody fighting for you?
No, that's true.
Oh, you're welcome, Robin. You're welcome for the nasty remix. What else did I want to say? Oh my God. Oh, you guys, I just want to. All right. In the next break, when we take our next little break, I'm gonna go back. I want to explain the bail bonds video because I think there might be some questions. Some people were asking questions in the comments about the $1 million, like the amount of people that would need to co-sign and what the stipulations would be. And based on my understanding, I want to re-explain what we talked about when we called the bail bonds office the other day. Okay. We'll do that in the next little break, but let's keep going. Let's keep going and we'll talk about it in the next little break. Let me click on some of you guys' comments. Thank you, Lisa W. Let's see. These two have a delusional thought process that doesn't serve anyone well. Is it illegal to break into a storage locker? Absolutely. Because technically they would be breaking in, but they're not breaking. They're breaking in as it pertains to the storage company who is waiting for rent. But clearly, these are people who don't care about paying some rent. That's the point. So, is it illegal? Absolutely. But if you have the permission of the home of the owner of the person who's leased out the unit, they're not going to call the police, right? Because they're just basically trying to get their shit out without paying the rent. The storage companies deal with that all the time. So what would what's his name? Lamont do? Probably go send someone in there to pretend like they're leasing something and distract. There's usually one person on shift and maybe a couple of maintenance people managing the building, right? And distract the person in the office and send two goons over there and somebody to pop the lock, and then they start moving stuff out and nobody is even like they're not even paying attention because people moving in and out is normal, right? They don't know everybody. You could have a storage and send your cousin Vinny over there to go move your stuff out. As long as he's got the key and the unit number, they don't really care, right? So as long as they don't see the crime in progress and they know where the cameras are and just pop the lock, that's it. They could even say that's my cousin and he lost the key. He told me to do it. Like we don't really know how it would go down or if it even went down like that. But yes, they are talking about they are talking about committing a crime because at the end of the day, if the rent is in the rears, they're moving out without settling up their account, right? And there may be you know how the house puts an extra lock on there. So if the rent is behind, if you've ever been to a storage facility, sometimes there's your lock, and because you haven't paid your rent, they'll put an additional lock on there so that you can't even access your items until you go pay what you owe, right? So girl, if anything, I'm sure these people are well versed in how to get around that whole thing.
That's true. Now you're right
She
about
going
that.
all the way to visit. She ain't even from here. That's when
true.
somebody really care about you.
That's
I
very,
just
very
say
true.
whatever you need. Hey, call me as much as you want to call me. It don't bother me. It's gonna get paid one way or another. If I don't pay it, somebody else gonna pay it.
When Nesto said that he thought that Lamont had a crush on Sonya, I truly believe Lamont didn't have no crush on Sonya. Look at Sonya. Not to say that Lamont gets bad bitches all the time, but at the end of the day, I think he was trying her. I think Lamont is the type of guy who will try you and then run back and tell you what he did with your girl. Okay. I tried her. She gave it up to me all night over at the Omni, and I gave her $200 and sent her on her way. Like he's not, he would not be trying. I don't think he had no crush on sis. He didn't have a crush on sis. There's no way. Okay. He is going to try her, see what he can do with her. Then he's going to tell you all about it and tell you how she's exactly what he thought she would be, and that's it. That's it, and that's all. So Nesto and Sonya were made for each other, and they will see each other burn in hell for eternity. Wow, that's serious. Okay, Bridget. Um, they are a mess. They definitely do not bring anything positive. These folks just they just make up stories, don't they? It's awful, right? Lamont Van Zant. Wow, guys, Lamont Van Zant. Um, Lamont, calm your cheeks down. Did you guys hear how we started things with the baby oil tutorial from Sonya on how to get your cakes nice and soft? Let's see. If you want soft cakes, go all the way to the beginning. Also check out Phone Calls from Prison. And there is Sonya does a how to make your cakes and anti-wrinkle, but I'm going to have to call bullshit on her anti-wrinkle routine because sis, I don't know if that baby oil is helping you, okay? Um, all right, let's see. Other comments. Why didn't she ride her scooter? Maybe it was still in Miami. Joshua Jones, Esquire. Wow. Um, The mere fact that her stuff was in storage because of the evictions and he talking like that ish bum. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because she had to go move in at Ronald and what's her name's house, the friends. And then meanwhile, Nesto was riding around a Rolls Royce in the bus. Sonya is one of the guys. She wants to fit in so bad. Yes, absolutely. Sonya and her mixed up random thoughts. Little Scooter trying to be a homeboy, agreeing with the men. Maybe that's her. That's her trying to fit in and be. I'm surprised she didn't co-sign him busting the girl upside the head. Remind me what was the date of this call. It's right there, sis. It's up top. You can see it's right there on the screen, January 14th. Please hit the like button. If made identified, male I don't know that she's male identified as in, because I feel like male identified means kind of transgender, but I think she is giving masculine energy. But I guess maybe you're talking about like male identified personality type. She's just giving very much, sis has more testosterone than estrogen. Like she's definitely giving sis needs to back up off of whatever it is that is boosting her testosterone and get more in touch with her feminine side. But yeah, she's she presents female, but her whole mouth is want to be one of the boys. Nestor doesn't want Lamont picking her up. Later, he claimed Lamont had a crush on her. Yes, I don't think Lamont had a crush on her. I think Lamont was going to try her and let her go as far as she would want to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Vicky, for dropping that. I appreciate that. Nesto was reaching just to pump Sonya up. And the fact that they are so comfortable talking about Shirley's business in front of Sonya again, just the fact of Lamont saying, "Hey, do you want me to get Shirley's stuff out of storage for you? Because I can go pop the lock and da 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 da." Yeah, I think she's very jealous. So by 7 o'clock that night, when they were calling Craig Lewis on a Saturday, listen to when. Okay, so January 14th was a Saturday. Okay, let me go back in time. Let me find my calendar. Hold on. January 14th was a Saturday. The time of this call that we're on right now, she had just gotten out of a 2 o'clock visit with Nesto. So it's somewhere between 2:30. It's somewhere between 2:30, right? We don't know what time this call was, but she says when the call picks up, she says, "I'm outside." So she had just left the call with Nesto, right? From inside on the kiosk, right? So later that day, she talks to Nesto and they're talking about Craig Lewis. That was at 7. That's in the Patreon. That was at 7 o'clock. Call number 1. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So the first call was at 7:30. So the one in Patreon or members in phone calls from prison is at 7 and then 7:32. Um, she's a mess. She's an absolute mess. Um, this was going on all day long. This was going on all day long. And the fact that they called the lawyer at 7:30 at night on a Saturday. If any of you guys were wanting to know where that money has gone to, how the monies are getting depleted, how the retainer was being spent, calling a lawyer on a Saturday and then picking up the phone on a recorded line on a Saturday at 7:30 because you're mad because you got some CP charges.
And if they don't pay it, somebody else gonna pay it. Somebody's gonna pay for it. I'm just being honest.
I don't know. I know that there are court proceedings. I don't even know if it's on Zoom, just to be honest. I don't know if it's on Zoom or not. Sylvia is the court watcher over there and goes to the courthouse. I'm like 200 miles away in Charlotte, so I won't be there. As far as if it's on Zoom, I don't even know if a Rule 22 would even make it in time. I can message the PIO and ask for permission, but I don't know if it's Zooming or not. But I can always send I can send a request. um if I can get it, I will. But there's just weird people out here who've become friends with these people who are up on charges and act like it's a damn personal attack. Like, it's just weird. It's very strange. So I don't know if I can, I certainly will. um and you know what, like, it's just, yeah, if I can, I will. That's number one. Yes. If I can, I will, but I don't know if I'm going to have access to it. It seems like it's going to be in another court, and I'm not as familiar. So was it Brandy, Judge Brandy something? We looked at her the other day. I have to get the information. Let's look at that after we finish up this call. I'm going to let this play and let me dip into the system, get the name, see if her court is on Zoom, and see if she shows her proceedings on Zoom. And let me see what I can find while you guys are listening, and like we're listening together. Okay.
You told me that a long time ago. You said stop worrying about all them damn bills. You know what I did? I stopped worrying about them. As soon as I stopped worrying about them, they got paid. I used to sit around, oh, I got to pay this bill. Oh, I got to, all that dry mouth talking and that. Fuck them damn bills. They gonna get paid anyway.
They gonna get paid. Okay.
And I be damn if they ain't getting paid.
This is true.
So I said that to say, don't worry about it. You gonna get out when it's time. But right now, it's again, you need the opportunity to focus on things.
No,
get your mind right.
That's true.
It slows you down and make you reflect on your life.
Yeah.
You evaluating your life. This is mind evaluating. That's what you're doing. And ain't nothing wrong with that. We all need that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
We all need that. Sometimes it'll give you opportunity to pay attention to other things and realize you can move certain people and certain things out your life. Just so happens your value was always put in the right places with the right people. That's what you got. That's how you know you was on the right path. Because if you didn't have, if your value wasn't put in the right place with the right people, you wouldn't have the level of support you got right now.
Well, you said something then, boy. I done taught you well, sir. You said
I know, right? Baby brother.
Oh, you got down.
I'm just telling you, so.
Yeah.
I don't like to hear you say I'm down. I just want to give up. That ain't true. You don't want to give up. You tell it all the time. Hey, man, don't start that shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit. And that's what you could say to me. I wouldn't say that to you, but you tell me, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Oh, man, don't start that shit. What you need?
Yeah, that's me. That's me, yeah.
What you need, man? Don't call me with that. Listen, I got to go. I get back with you some other time. So I'm going to tell you like you tell me. Don't start that shit. We got to pay for all these phone calls. I need to hear happiness.
Okay. All right, then. You're right. You're right, sir. You're a big brother right now. You big
positive thinking.
I need happiness and positive thinking. I tell these people.
Positive thinking.
With our folks, we all went out the other day. I took them all out, tried to take them to a nice restaurant so everybody could laugh and just kind of break the monotony of what's going on and just try to get people's mind off of everything and just try to just keep it going. Keep constantly keeping it going.
Yeah, you know what?
And I know our people had a good time. And
right.
Right.
No,
they had a good time. I know they told you they enjoyed themselves. Everybody had a good time. Went there, ate a little something, drank a little something. That's what everybody want to do is hang out. I see what you're talking about. Everybody want to hang out.
No, you're right.
Hang out and have a good time. Go to a little restaurant, laugh. But sometimes that's good, especially when you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I guess what it is, I had so many things and people and opportunities on my own shoulders. Now I just don't want to let loose and let it come back. That's probably what it is. I know
Right.
that's what it is. Yeah. And this right here is the last ticket because this is a computer society now. So you can't do nothing if you ain't got no gadgets right now. And right now it's feeling like they're trying to take that from you. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Well,
that's
you have child pornography charges, so oh well. Thank you, Danny. It's pathetic how both of these men are taking cues from Slumya, for this conversation. Real men talk to one another. Oh God. Just one second. Uh, okay. Let's see. Real men talk to each other with an easy flow. Well, yeah, she's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like she's so embarrassing. Where is my screen? Y'all. Okay. Hello, where's my screen? Okay. Give me just a second, guys. Let me try to create a workaround here. You guys might hear some interference for a second. Okay, now it wants to come back. That was odd. Okay. All right, my bad. Let's get back into it. Yeah, she's an interrupter. She likes to disrupt what's going on. She wants to inject herself in everything. Watching from southeastern North Carolina. Love your classy reads. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the milestone. Um, Fran, will you stream the court proceedings? Okay, great question. Thank you for asking that. Also, you're one of my virtual BFFs. Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you for supporting for the past 2 years. I'm looking right now. I'm over here on Judge Brandy's page. Judge Brandy is the one who they have assigned. Judge Brandy Brooks. I'm looking to see if she has Zoom court. I need to check and see if I can find it. Can you guys see this? No. Okay, hold on. All right. Here's Judge Brandy. Okay. This is introducing Judge Brandy Brooks. Okay. I'm over here on the magistrate site and it's saying that tomorrow is on some Judicial Officer Brandy Books, 9 a.m. That's what's listed. So I don't know. I'm gonna find out what's possible. I don't know if I'll find anything out. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't put any effort into finding out because I didn't see. I think I already looked, but you know, I think I already looked to see if I could find her court on Zoom. If they had, some of the judges have their Zoom links on their profiles, and I don't see hers, but I'm gonna look and see if I can find. And then early at 8 o'clock, I'll see if I get a response from PIO. I don't know. I can always call her office and see if it's available for if Zoom option is available. What's her? Let's see. JAR requests at Fulton County Government. This is just a phone number. Judges. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If I can, I will. If not, we'll get the details. I mean, there's a lot of people. There's not a lot. There is we're limited. You know what I mean? Some people are able to get down to that Fulton County courthouse and good for them. If people want to be gatekeepers and play around because They have local access. I mean, everybody got vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like this got plenty of vehicles, plenty of gas, and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like folk got responsibilities. But if people want to play with their access and do weird stuff like, put girl, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not going to get into that. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Whoever publishes it and you're interested in seeing it, we're going to go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody stopping nothing. I've been to parties before where there were people there who did not want me there, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we gonna get the information that we needs to get. Okay, one way or the other. All right, on period. He was pissed off. He pissed me off at the highest point of history. That Crail Lewis call was so cringy and pissed me off to the highest point of festivity. Dennis, yeah. Girl, ain't nobody stopping these shows, okay? So somebody will provide some access. And at the end of the day, guess what we got? Access to the system, and we'll get the paperwork. One way or the other, everything is not going to be televised, but that which is available, we gonna watch, because ain't nobody stopping, the free flow of information, because they feel some type of way because they like to pocket watch. Pocket watching and comparing yourself to other people isn't going to do anything but keep you pissed, okay?
They're trying to take any available opportunity where I can survive. Cause that's how you survive.
Yeah. And it's funny how they pick that specific crime.
Yeah.
And all the penalties that come behind it when you locked in.
Yeah.
They don't put them up against the wall, make them sweat.
So that's
they kind of mind fuck you. Don't let them do that shit.
That's exactly. You telling the truth, boy. You telling the truth now.
Don't let them do it.
You sure do.
That's why I say stay strong. Don't give up. You don't talk. Because it's power in the tongue. It's power in what you say.
Lamont Van Zant.
So if you believe it, then
you can achieve it.
Right. Absolutely.
If you believe it, you can achieve it.
Oh my God.
If you believe it, you can achieve it. What happened? Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a good scenario right here. You went over there to California, went over there to the Mercedes Benz. You said, you know what, I'm finna get this G-Wagon, the burgundy one. You bought that one. You laughed.
He loves hearing about buying some cars, but where is your land and property? He sat up there and bought $200,000 cars and let them go into repossession, but you don't even have. You're a grown ass man, 60-some years old, with 50-11 kids and 50-11 wives and a $1 billion bond, and you don't have anything to speak on it. Okay, Nesto's $1 billion bond. Let's talk about that too, real quick. Okay. Hold on a second. So the other day, if you were here, not here, you may have seen the video. I'm going to drop the link to it. Everything will be linked down below. Let me drop this link real quick. Just that if you're following along on the replay and you hadn't seen this, it'll be in the description box when I get a chance, along with this particular link that we're watching. I think I dropped this already too, but just in case I did not, boom. Okay. All right. Let's look at this real quick. I just want to explain something very quickly. Okay. Let's talk about this right now. Okay, guys, this was on, what day was this? This was on the 4th. Okay. We called free at last bail bonds. Okay.
You're someone special at free at last, Quincy.
Yes, hi. I have a question. I have a acquaintance who is in Fulton County with a $1.1 million bond on about 7 cases. What would the fee be like in a general, like, is it a 10% bond with your company? Is it 15%? Like, what would need to be put up?
It's usually 10% with a good cosigner, and we also offer payment plans.
What would a payment plan be like on $100,000 payment plan? Would it be like at least 10% down? Does the person have to have verifiable employment?
Depending on the co-signer. Like
Okay.
they look at all aspects of the bond.
So it's almost like a financing type thing.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the approval process? How long does that take?
It usually only take a few hours.
Okay.
You just speak with somebody over the phone. They ask you a few questions about your income and how long you've been knowing the person. And this type of bond would definitely have to have multiple co-signers.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it'll have to be multiple people. Kind of how it goes is they usually try to get the people to have the annual income close to the bond. So they just like people who have to equal up to like $1 million or somewhere close to that. So that's what it be a lot.
So in theory, you could need 10 people who all make at least $100,000 a year who could vouch for.
So did you hear that? If you have a $1 million bond, and she said that more than likely he would need multiple co-signers because whoever is signing for the bond whoever is signing for the bond, it has to equal $1 million salary. Not each individual person $1 million. It would need to total. So if there's $1 million bond, I was just using simple math. And I said, so in theory, that means, let's pretend that everyone makes $100,000. It's $1 million bond. So 10 times 100,000 is $1 million, right? So everyone doesn't need to have $1 million because that would be the what you would need for maybe a $10 million bond, right? So if you know 10 people who make at least $100,000 a year, then you would figure out the math. But they want people who have the weight of $1 million. So if you've got one person who has that type of weight, if they're heavy in these streets, like a Shirley, okay, like his wife, okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to drop a bomb on that because we already know this. Nesto messed up his one Easter egg. He had a whole Easter egg, right? And he what? Fucked it up. Okay. He sure did. The one person he knew with the salary that wouldn't need a cosigner. And even if she needed a cosigner, I bet you she knows plenty of people who could sign on those notes, right?
Could you split the payment plan between like, okay, this person's taking 25, that person's taking 25? Do you split the bond between multiple co-signers?
Yeah, you can do that. Or you guys can just all have the same payment plan and you'll have to, because regardless, if one person don't pay, it'll still be on everybody. So it wouldn't be like, okay, well, I paid my 25, so I'm good. It'll still be seen as one though.
Wow. And then last question, if the payment goes in the rears, does that person, y'all will pull that bond, right? And that person has to go back. Okay.
Yes.
That's some great information. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
No problem. A few questions about your income. Yes.
Okay. And what's the approval process? How long does that take?
It usually only take a few hours.
Okay.
You just speak with somebody over the phone. They ask you a few questions about your income and how long you've been knowing the person. And this type of bond would definitely have to have multiple co-signers.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it'll have to be multiple people. Kind of how it goes is they usually try to get the people to have the annual income close to the bond. So they just like people who have to equal up to like $1 million or somewhere close to that. So that's what it would be a lot.
So in theory, you could need 10 people who all make at least $100,000 a year who could vouch for. Could you split the payment plan between like, okay, this person's taking 25, that person's taking 25? Do you split the bond?
Have you guys heard of those Suzu? The Suzus, it's kind of like an African savings club. Nesto needs a whole Suzu to pay this bond off. He's gonna need a Suzu savings club. Forget about a GoFundMe. Nesto needs a whole entire Susu because ain't nobody legitimate. There is no anything legitimate that is going to be helpful to Nesto. Nesto needs to find a group of people and do a whole entire it takes a village Susu to pay his bail bond note monthly. Okay? He needs a whole entire virtual now I'm giving out ideas, so let me be quiet, okay? Okay. Sonya's probably sitting down writing, thinking like, hey Sylvia, Rand, that bougie girl, she mentioned she said a Susu. Maybe she meant Zoom Zooms. I'm not sure, but maybe she said Susu. Do you know what that is?
Between multiple co-signers?
Yeah, you can do that. Or you guys can just all have the same payment plan, and you'll have to. Because regardless, if one person don't pay, it'll still be on everybody. So it wouldn't be like, okay, well, I paid my 25, so I'm good. It'll still be seen as.
If I see Nesto Susu in the chat, I'm gonna start giving out spankings. Okay. I'm gonna get my virtual paddle out and it's gonna be on some whoochow. I'm gonna have to start giving out some spankings. I'm gonna have to go full on auntie out here or grandma's assistant, and I'm gonna have to start giving out some spankings. I best to not see Nesto Susu. Okay.
Wow. And then last question: if the payment goes in the rears, does that person y'all will pull that bond, right? And that person has to go back. Okay.
Yeah.
That's some great information. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Bye bye.
No problem. Bye bye.
Okay. Well. Okay, guys, you heard it here. It's a $1 million bond. So all of the co-signers need to equal a $1 million salary collectively, not individually. So Cheyenne, codename Nikki, April, Sunshine City might make 250. April makes 300. Cheyenne is bringing in 150. Codename Nikki was like, look, I'm good for 4. So between these 3, they have more than enough. These 4, they can cover the whole entire thing with various different salaries to equal what the total of the 1.1 million. Okay. The 1.1 million. He scammed to get SS, so he was bound to lose her. Absolutely. Talking about believing and achieving, she needs to be over there believing she can fly since she got dropped off to see her prisoner with no ride home. She doesn't mind waiting. She doesn't mind sitting at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop. She don't mind. She's ghetto like that. She doesn't care. She doesn't have a problem with that. I mean, that's fine. Anonymous donor, 25 acres and a mule. Shirley friend house. Lamont, 400K in storage. Girl. Shirley should have had Dion getting that stuff out of storage. If you know people who can pop locks, then they should have had that lock popped a long time ago. Nesto Susu coming in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. This is wild. Okay. All right. So you guys, we talked about this. You guys get caught up in the playlist, y'all. Tonight when nothing, you know what I mean? Like not when nothing else is on, but obviously, when you have gotten caught up on everything you need to get caught up on, don't forget the playlist, okay? Because there's, some of these lives are very long, so we cover a lot of ground in the lives outside of just the call. Because sometimes, y'all, we got to take a little break, okay? We're gonna finish this one up, and I am gonna come back. I do have some other stuff I want to talk about. So, but I want to get caught up on some Diddy. There is a girlfriend who is cooperating. Well, ex-girlfriend who's cooperating. I wonder if they're working on Young Miami. I wonder if they have anything on Young Miami, if anyone has implicated her in anything, and if she is going to come in on that cooperation tip, because Cassie is, despite her NDA, if there was something criminal that happened, an NDA does not hold you to not talking. Okay. Even a agreement in the court does not hold you from not speaking to authorities. So no matter whatever she signed for her hefty settlement from Diddy, Cassie can still talk. And even if Young Miami has a ironclad NDA, she can still talk because it doesn't hold you from not speaking to the authorities in the event that something that there's been a criminal act, and I'm sure that they're going to provide some sort of immunity. I mean, we're just gonna have to see how this whole thing plays out, but they are slowly, carefully, with very much precision knives coming for Diddy to get at him, and clearly he's aware. Anyway, yeah, I want to talk about that. There's so much going on, so but we got to, I mean, we got to keep up on this too. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Cassie pulled a checkmate. Diddy should have stopped a long time ago. Um Once you cross over a certain age, even 40, not to say it's excusable, I'm not saying that at all, but once you, at a certain point, when you have lived a certain lifestyle, sometimes, how some guys, they just kind of slow it on down. These are some people, even Nesto included, like back to Nesto, these are some people who never saw a way to just kind of put it into fourth gear or put it into just cruise control. You know what I mean? And get your ass up off these streets and just thank God that you weren't back in the penitentiary or were not in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I hate it for them, love it for us, because I mean, this is some entertainment on a Sunday. That's them. You know what I mean? If you cannot see your way to, like, changing your ways, and that it's just a matter of time, and that you are holding together a house of cards, it's just too bad. And that's what Nesto's got going on right now. Nesto did way too much for way too long, and he's being called out for it. Let's try to finish this up, and I'll come back. And also, I just want to let you guys know I got a bunch of dear friends. I feel like, how many did I get? I think I got 12 dear friend letters. So we're going to talk about those later this afternoon on Love Lies and Lace Front. Some of you guys sent some, I mean, I don't want to say just some. Um, I got some really good questions and problems that a bunch of sisses need help with sounding out. And I definitely want to open the lines so you guys can call in and chime in and what you think you would offer up in terms of advice to help a sis out. There's someone who's postpartum, who is feeling like she's not attracted to her husband. She wants to know, is that natural after having a baby, kind of thing? There are some financial questions. So there's a lot in here. And thank you to everyone who sent a letter. And if you've got a problem and you want Bougie Gang and Fran to help you solve it, give you some good advice, talk to a friend anonymously, make sure to go to my community wall, hit on the Dear Fran link, and send your question, problem, situation, and we will give you our best advice. Okay? All right. Let's finish this up.
But I'm gonna bring it to you. Go ahead. You bought that one. You said come to LA. I came to LA. We rode around. You said where you want to go? I said I don't know. You said shit, here. Take the car. Go wherever you want to go. I was gone for 2 days. Called out one time. I ain't even come back.
What you riding in?
Am I making it up? No. Rolls Royce.
They just want to stunt for Sonya and whoever they're talking to. So Nesto, so when he went to California, he put Lamont in a Rolls Royce and Lamont didn't come back for 2 days. I mean, shocker. Like, are we supposed to be shocked behind that? Or that's just supposed to be okay. I mean, I bet you them papers weren't clean. I bet you can't go to LA now. Nesto, I bet you can't go to LA now. Okay. All right, I just dropped the link to my Google Doc so you can send confidentially to me. But yeah, Nesto, boy, stop it. Stop it.
Hey, we rode around. You said, where you want to go? I said, I don't know. You said, shit, here, take the car, go wherever you want to go. I was gone for 2 days. Calling out one time.
That's
I ain't even come back.
What you riding in?
Am I making it up?
No.
Rolls Royce.
He was gone for 2 days.
I was gone for 2 days in the Rolls Royce. The G-Wagon, I drove it. I ain't never been in one. You said, well, why don't you just buy one? I said, what? You said, well, why don't you just buy one? I said, buy one? I can't buy this shit. He said, yeah, you can. You can do anything you want to do. Put your mind to it. Off that, you said that. I done bought 4 of them.
Off that, this is true. You ain't lying. I remember like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was
You could achieve it.
If you believe it, you could achieve it. You said, just buy one. Shit, that ain't that big of a deal. I said, what? Buy one? You said, yeah, just go ahead and just buy one. Don't even worry about it. Buy one.
You done had 4.
And I had 4. That's what I'm telling you. I tell you the same thing. Just stay focused. Know what it is you want. Know which direction you're going. And you'll see your way through it. You'll see your way all the way through it. And you don't even have to worry about it. You will definitely see your way through it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the conversation.
But why is it that everything is in repossession? Like, that's not buying. Just because you can drive off the lot with it doesn't mean, like, I want to see some bills of sale. I would love to see a garage full of cars that are paid for. Okay. It's nothing but some damn repossessions going on. Some repos. That's not buying. That's damn near like savage renting. Okay.
Of the past, because you're right.
Words of enlightenment.
It really, really is. Because I don't forgot about all this shit. I'm thinking about it.
Sometimes you got to remind yourself of where we done came from, what we done been through, and how it took us to get there. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that of a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remind yourself of certain things. You told me, hey, bro, don't worry about that. Don't worry about calling. She needs you. You don't need her. Keep pushing. Don't even look back.
I said that.
And what did I do? Keep pushing. Don't look back.
That's right. You have done
that. Don't mean
he has listened to you a lot, hasn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm saying. He tell me something. He tell me something. I tell him something. We've been in this shit a long time together. We help each other. He give me ideas. I give him ideas. And that's how we move. So I don't like to see him when he down or see him not even just physically down, mentally down. You know, I like to see him when he motivated, he keep himself together. Sometimes he might see me say, hey, nah, you know, you keep eating at them restaurants, you're going to mess around and get fat. I said, okay, let me pull back from the restaurant then.
So our sis is bringing us some information, some news we can use. Suzus are a ethnic group of Guinea, West Africa. So are the Suzus known for their like voracious community savings plans? Because here in the United States, there seems to be something called like a Suzu savings group. So I don't know if where that comes from. So maybe let us know what that is, because the Suzu savings, and they've called it a Suzu. Suzu, can you okay, let's see. Suzu savings. Everything you need to know about. It's SOU versus SOUS. Wait, let's see what sis said. SOUS. They are calling it SOU. Essence Magazine has a article, everything you want to know about Suzu Savings Club's African and Caribbean women love. Um, spelled Sue. So the SOU or SUSU or SU dash SU or SUSU. Is an informal rotating savings club where groups of people get together and contribute equal amounts of money into a fund weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. The total pool, I'm going to drop the article to you guys. If you've never heard of a susu, it seems to be some part of the culture because I have been invited previously. And I'm not trying to be funny and I'm not talking about anyone here. I am a good saver on my own. I don't need a collective effort. I'm good at saving on my own, so I've declined graciously. I appreciate anyone who invites me to anything, but as you guys know, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I'm good on saving on my own. So, but it is kind of like a community effort, and I think it helps people grow that muscle of, to me, I'm going to say this, honoring a commitment. So if you agree to do 10 payments, the thing is that you get a lump sum. So rather than, let's just say it's $1,000 susu and you're going to get $1,000 lump payment once a week, you're going to pay $100 into a fund for 10 weeks. And let's say week 3, you get your $1,000, but it's still incumbent upon you that in the next 7 weeks, you still have to pay your $100, whether you just got your lump sum. Someone's going to get their $1,000 the first week, and someone's going to get their $1,000 the last week. It just shows, and there are people who do drop out. And if you drop out, you are required to pay your whole fee. So to me, when I thought about it, it just didn't make any sense to me because I'm like, okay, if I were to get the money first, I'm still giving all the money right back. And or if I have it last, who's to say someone doesn't drop out? So for me and my thinking, I immediately saw the red flags and I was like, hell to the no. Because I don't even know any of these people, so I'm not doing it. So yeah. Anyway, I just dropped the link to the article in Essence Magazine talking about it. And the joke is that Nesto is going to need a susu to pay off his bond. But yes, thank you to the sis. I appreciate it. Boom. But if you did not know, now you also do know that there is a tribe in Guinea called Suzu. Okay. I don't know if it's named after them, but it's possible. Let's see. Oh, probably should have got sued his ass years ago. Let me see if sis said anything. Hold on one second. Sis dropped us a super. Here we go. 14 plus 1. Scamming. I've heard that people have been using this kind of friendly savings club type thing to scam friends and families and stuff. It's not, I would advise just save your own money. But if you have a like-minded, good group of people who all honor the contract or commitment, then cool. Let's see. From the internet, the traditional Suzu is an informal savings club widely used in West Africa and the Caribbean. Dates back. Yeah, just kind of community. It's like crowdsourcing. It's crowdsourcing and everybody gets some. Rather than crowdsourcing and one person gets it, it's crowdsourcing and everybody gets a lump sum. And it just, to me, I'm going to be honest, I don't see the return on it because you're just recycling that same $100. You get or let's say you're just keep recycling that same money. And I don't know. I think it's really reliant on people honoring their word. And I don't know. I think it works if you have a good group. That's what I'm going to say. If you have a good group and everybody's on the same page, it's going to work. If you got a bunch of clowns in your team, girl, save your money. I feel like that's I'm sure a lot of people, quiet as it's kept, have investing clubs, all kinds of things. You have to have a really good group, you know? If your group ain't worth shit, then your money is going to be in the wind and you're going to be outside. Let's see. He doesn't even know one person. No, he doesn't know. Yes. It's basically like a private savings or private investing club. Girl, and quit. You can quit, but there needs to be a lump sum payout. If you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, well, you still owe 6 weeks worth of payment and you need to pay up. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, I wouldn't even bother. Unless you were really trying to collect a large sum, but I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. For some people, they see it. It works for them. It's cute. It gives them a lump sum of money. Um, I don't see needing it doesn't fit anything that I need for. I've been bougie for years. You are the best to ever do it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate all you do. I love it here and love you. I love you too, India. Thank you, sis. You're awesome. The pandemic, it was all over the place. Yes. And maybe some people needed lump sums of money and a lump sum way to pay back. But if you're on the tail end of the Suzu, um, you're gonna have to put up all that money before you see it back. But the way to think about it is I want to save my thousand. There's not even like a re-up or anything on it. Like you're giving $100 um for 9 weeks. So you're out $900, or let's just say you've saved or you've invested $900 in. And on the last week, you're going to get that money back plus your $100. So it's 1,000. Me personally, save your own $1,000 a week. I get it. I get why people do it. For me, it just doesn't work. Because there's no, like, it's not even like it's being invested. So on your week, like you invest 1,000 and then you actually get like 1,300 or 1,500. I think that would be cool. Um, if there was some sort of net gain, you're basically getting your money back, right? Or you're giving back what you just got. If you get your money the first week and it's like, oh, they got their money the first week, you're just handing it right back for the subsequent weeks, right? What's the point? But if you need a lump sum of money that you don't have and you need a way to pay it back slowly amongst friends with no credit check, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like if all of a sudden the reason why like in small villages this works because someone may have the money weekly because maybe they're starting a little business, but they need seed money to buy inventory and things of that nature. So that's why it works. But here in you know, if you have regular revenue coming in, i.e., your paycheck, to fund a small business or to pay for a trip or things like that, just for like, I see how it works for some people. It just doesn't work for everyone, right? But in the small village concept of people starting basket businesses, or they want to sew saris, or they want to sell clothes and things of that nature, I see how it can work. To sow a seed in a community, right? Girl, the 401k. Someone needs to. He doesn't have a retirement account. Stop it, Vicky.
Push back on the table.
Push back on the table. Y'all over there smoking hookah and drinking. I don't want to go over there and smoke no hookah and drink it. That's what you like to do then. Go ahead, buddy. Have a good time with it. But I'm getting ready to go back to my bus and chill.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Keep them payday.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to remember these things because these are the things that'll get us to the next space in the next place. That's what I'm trying to say. So whatever comes up against us, we just continue to stay focused, continue to pray.
Let me ask you, Alana, so does the money get invested anywhere to gain additional capital to it? Or is it just a reinvestment and a recycling of that same money? Or because at a certain point, people want if it just keeps getting invested and nobody gets a payout weekly, I guess, Alana, one day, if you would like to talk to us about it, I'm not interested in setting up anything like that. I'm curious to just learn more about it. I would love to hear, because it sounds like she says, my Suzu is great, reliable people renew and set up when they want their hand months before the end of the next cycle, set up when they want their payment months before. So I don't know. Maybe one day our sis or send us, tell us how it works. If you'd ever want to call in just to anonymously give us the tea on how it works. But I'm not interested in setting up anything like that. Like it's cool just to learn from someone who is actually participating in something like it and that actually finds it rewarding, beneficial, and it's on the up and up with a good group. So rather than hearing like the negative stories, hear a positive interaction about it. If you'd like to tell us, if not, it's cool. You don't have to. If you've got time right now, I can drop down the line. I think a power of attorney is the scheme to try to get money from a bank account that Nesto and Shirley shared. If it's an account that Nesto and Shirley shared, they would need Shirley. If there's two people on an account, there's no way that a power of attorney with only Nesto's name will get her in the damn door. And if there's someone who works for a bank that's going to let her in through one loophole of one person not being there, no way. I can tell you when my parents' health declined, we had to have power of attorneys for each of them as an individual, even though there were joint accounts. The joint accounts needed both power of attorneys. And the way that the trust was set up, there were 3 of us, and you needed 2 signatures from the trust. So there's 5 kids. 3 of us had financial power of attorney, and on anything you needed at least 2 signatures to get something done. And girl, I kind of regretted that towards the end because it became very, very, very difficult. Not to get into any detail about it at all, but at the end of the day, it was good because everyone knew when money's involved at a certain point, even with family, it can get very sticky. There's no way that power of attorney is going to get to anything with Shirley. If there's some money in an account that belongs to Nesto, it's Nesto's, or it's Nesto's account. Put it that way. There's nothing with Shirley's name on it that Sonya should be able to have access to, especially after 2 years of being dormant. They are going to grill her fucking ass when she goes to the bank. Like, who are you? What is your ID? What are you here for? If Shirley's name is even on something, they are going to contact Shirley. I promise you. Some bank records, maybe. But access to some money, even if he's got $25, I don't think so. I'm surprised they would even give him bank records if Shirley is his next of kin on his accounts or his beneficiary on his accounts. If they would give her anything, I would find that hard to believe.
Yeah, and just continue to move forward.
Can't wait.
That's the only way you can do it.
I can't wait, sir.
It's just hard to see it right now. That's all, but it's there.
It's there.
So, well, it ain't hard to see one thing. You ain't got a heart. It ain't hard for you to see your support system. That's what makes the difference. Is that support system. You know, you got people that get in a world of trouble, but they ain't got no support system. They could have got out of a lot of situations if they would have had a support system. Look at all the people that's been wrongly convicted of crimes. If they would have just had a support system and the money to be able to get out of what it was that they got into.
That is true.
You know, a lot of people wouldn't be in the situations they are in if they had just somebody to tell them, hey, are you sure you want to do that? Why don't you do this instead of doing that?
Mm-hmm.
The girl just told me a few minutes ago, she said, well, you know what? I wouldn't have done nothing with my life if you hadn't told me, why don't you get your ass up here and do something with your life? All you doing is hanging out here at night. Why don't you go to school and educate yourself or do something? She said, I'm happy you told me that. Now look at me. It made me feel good. I was like, okay, well, you know what? I have done one good thing in life. I done done a lot, but I feel like, okay, I done one good thing.
Gave back to the community.
Gave back to the community. Somebody that said like that, I probably said it in a different way, but she got the message. The message was you need to do something with your life. You getting old.
That was the clean version.
That was exactly the clean version, because I probably gave her a whole lot to hear. I'm almost for certain I ain't said it like that. But, nah, bro, you just have to stay focused, man. Keep your head up. Keep your head above water. That's what you need, some books or something you can read, challenge your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you know, something that you can, you know, or you have like a spiritual thought or just something.
Need a distraction. You have some people distracted in there. Books will take you somewhere when you read books.
Right.
They take you somewhere.
And then dealing with them niggas in there with all them jailhouse stories that they got, you don't want to hear that shit because y'all ain't even live the same type of life. So that shit that they talk about is not even, you can't even relate to half of that shit.
Yep.
And then you ain't that sociable, so I know you ain't socializing with that many people. That shit done got on your nerves.
Say it again.
You ain't that sociable. You don't socialize.
So our sis Alana is in the UK, and she says that her Suzu invests 200 pounds, and some people do as much as 400 pounds. Or is that a euro sign? I think that's a pound sign. Is that a euro sign? Or I think is that euro? Hold on. Pound sign. Okay, it's pounds. And then the euro, I feel like I know what the euro sign looks like. Yes. Okay, that's a pound sign. So they invest 200 to 400 pounds monthly. Interesting, but hers works quite well. And that's good to know. But yeah, I just dropped if you're interested in understanding what that is all about, be my guest. There is an article in Essence Magazine, but we won't be doing that over here. But yeah, that's very cool. And I'm glad, you know what I mean? It's good to have friends helping friends and working with each other. I think that's very cool. And I think that's basically kind of like friend level crowdsourcing. But yeah, again, it was just a joke. It was just a joke. It was a joke that Nesto was going to need a Suzu to pay his bond. And I think that, yeah, that's what he's going to need. He's going to need some Suzu and a prayer. Okay. He might need some humpback and some Tootsie Slide and girl, everything. Nesto never elaborates on anything. All of his responses are, that's true. And I know that's right. I know that for a fact. Beyond those two short broken sentences, he had nothing. No. Man, you made me remember that. Oh, April B, thank you. We love you too, sis. He got prayers from the stud. Wow.
With people like that.
Oh, okay. Thanks, sir. Okay. All right. Okay.
So you ain't the only person know you ain't socializing. So, you know, you got to have an outlet. So the phone is an outlet. So that's why kids call me all the time. Now this morning I saw you coming, but I wasn't up at 8 this morning because I just had got home at 5:30 a.m.
I figured that. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I try to catch you while sometimes we could use that free phone, so I try to call as much as possible as free as I can. I can talk better. So that's all.
And it's quieter.
And it's quieter. So that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna cut that right there. This call was torture. So there's some Sonya visits that we can get into. What time is it? It's we've been on here for 2.5 hours. Give me a minute. I'm gonna check around my house, see what's going on here. I do want to come back. I'm gonna see I want to, now that we've eliminated this Lamont call. It took us a while, unfortunately. But I do want to get into one of the Sonya visits, but I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to come back in a little bit. It could be sooner than later. I just kind of want to reset, get out of this. If you guys have missed this live, go ahead and watch it from the beginning. We had a little bit of a PSA earlier. It's, and that's it and that's all. I'm not going to say anything else about it. We also re-explained the bond. Somebody asked, are we going to be live tomorrow for the proceedings? If we can get in, I'm just going to be honest. I really didn't spend any time trying. If Mr. Dennis is there and he broadcasts it, great. Well, I'm going to listen, and I know how to listen and take notes and get the document. I mean, if it's one of those where you have to be in the place to get the coverage, then that won't be me, because I'm not driving to Atlanta for this at this moment. Okay. Maybe when and if Nesto gets indicted and there is a court proceedings, then girl, we might have to head down to Atlanta for even just a day or so, just to see what's what in that courthouse and go to Papados and all of the things. Even though I know Papados is not an Atlanta company, people love Papados down in the A. But yeah, I miss Papados from my Houston days. Anyway, just do another Atlanta trip. We haven't been to Atlanta in a little minute. Like, it's been since right before the pandemic. We went for a Girl Scout event. But anyway, but yeah, I won't be there on tomorrow. I know that for sure. Anyway, Nesto might be trying to petition for a reduction in that bond, maybe. I don't know what the meeting is for, but maybe it's for a reduction on the bond. Um, I'm not sure. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, it's a short road trip for us, because I don't even think, how far is Atlanta from Charlotte? It's not far. It's like the actual I think it's like a 3-hour drive, Charlotte to Atlanta. I mean, in a flight, it's fast. It's 243 miles. Like, it's nothing. It's literally straight down 85. Okay. It's just a direct shot down 85 and you're there. But like I said, last time we were there was on a Girl Scout thing. The girls from our troop spent the night at the Georgia Aquarium Father's Day weekend. Maybe that was 4 years ago now. It was nice. It was cute. Yes, that's the goal, a lump sum of money and pay it back. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's helpful, because I know for some people, when I've seen these little the savings clubs, someone wants to buy a sewing machine and they just can't see. There's, unfortunately for some women, they live in houses, they live in situations where the man is going to take your money. Your money's not safe. So every little bit of money you get, you can't even hide it because that man's taking it, right? So some women in these villages, small towns, certain situations, they're turning their money over to the friends, and whoever needs it within, I guess, first wants to buy a sewing machine, needs to buy fabric to make headbands, wants to invest in this, that, and the third. It is a lump sum where maybe trying to hold back that money is a problem. So for me, or for us, who are fortunate to not maybe be in those situations, it doesn't always seem to, what I mean? It may not be useful for everyone, but in certain situations, it's very useful, right? Or just a friend circle, right? So, Yeah, I pulled up on the grand jury schedule and they do what? What? Yeah, when I pulled up the grand jury schedule, they do meet tomorrow. In that soundbite, he sounds like an old sea hag. You may need that money to run from your man. So yeah, some people need it's all different reasons. I don't want to drop down the Suzu rabbit hole, but it's a savings club. It was a joke, guys. It was just a joke, and I don't want to get all deep in the Suzuology of it all. It was Nesto's going to need a village to raise the money to get his rusty behind out of jail. That's it. That's it. That's all. Um but yeah. Okay. You guys are awesome. We're going to reset, come back on some more laughs and shenanigans. I don't feel I need to I'm going to make some food. Let me make some food for my family and I'm going to be back. And we're going to have a good time cuz there's 3 Sonya videos that are very very weird. Sonya has a fascination with necks and it's strange. Yeah. Yeah, I just told a joke. That was it. If you go back to the beginning, you'll get it. And that was really it. We went to the left on what susus are and what it means and this, that, and the other thing. And now this is becoming a whole conversation about savings clubs, of which I have nothing to do with. Okay. Um, all right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. That's why I want to reset too. Like, girl, it's on some bail bonds and some incarcerated, some Cobb County Detention Center, and some Nesto. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to recenter and recalibrate and all of the things. And we're going to get back on the strength of what is it? Keep your legs closed to married men. On a $1.1 million bond. We are going to get back together on Nesto hasn't seen the light of day and on some Sunday lip service. Okay. It's kind of becoming a thing. Okay. So yes, side chick awareness, keep your legs close to married men. Nesto needs a lot of money. All of the things. Okay. I'll see you guys back. We'll try to get through as many of those calls as possible. But one specifically I thought was kind of funny. Well, really, we'll just go in order. You know why? Because there's something that has not been talked about enough. And what we haven't talked about enough is that Sonya gave us the story about where the baby came from, right? All this time that goes by, we are forgetting about the baby. The baby that she's been babysitting, okay? The baby is from the club. The baby is of the strip club, okay? The baby's mama is a dancer who has abandoned her child over to Miss Sydney. And Sonya seems to be babysitting the baby. Yes, we need to go back, okay? Okay? We're thorough. Yes, we got to get back. I don't mind getting into anything else sometimes, but we got to stay on track. Okay. I don't like to get into the weeds. Once you get into the weeds, that's when all the fire ants and all of the shrubbery and shenanigans, and you come out, you're all, scraped and all the things and grow ticks and fleet. We don't need all that. We just need to stay the course. Okay. Keep them damn legs closed. Okay. Period. Stop. Guys, you guys are awesome, contributing, supporting all of the things, hitting the like button. I'm gonna let y'all go. Don't forget, if you have a question, you need some help from Bougie Gang, and I'm talking about some words. You need some words from the sisses on how to fix a problem. Click that link above go to my Google Doc and send me your question. Okay, send me your question. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me see. Let's see. Well, I'll show you when we come back. Click on the link and you'll see. It just says Dear Fran, and then it just gives you a long form to be able to put your answer. And then it asks you, do you want to call in on a future episode so we can talk about it with you live? Do you want me to email you to let you know that your call is being asked and your call is being addressed at that moment, or whatever? So it's pretty simple. Just it's a free form. You ask and I answer. That's it, and that's all. Let me know romance, career, finance, and romance, relationships, friendships, career, any of the above. If you have a question, I will try to answer it with Bougie Gang. Okay. Click the link above, go to the Google form and ask away. And your question might be featured on a upcoming episode of Dear Fran. Okay. Dear Fran, I have a question. Okay. Okay. You guys. Okay, give me a minute. Let me go make some food for my family, see what's going on here, and I will get back with y'all a little bit later. Okay. Bye, guys. Not the yellow pages. You think I got answers for everything? You can find everything over here. Is that what you mean? You can find everything over here. It's the yellow pages. Y'all silly. Okay. All right. I'll be back. Okay. Don't forget, I set your notifications. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you can be notified as soon as I go live. All right. Take care.